and welcome to Mystic Motivation. I wanted to make just a super simple and sweet video talking about kind of like an introduction to witchcraft for any individual who's embarking on this path and trying to find what it means for you to be a witch. When you begin this journey with all of the information that's out there, it can be really easily overwhelming to know where to start or trying to find exactly where you fit in. So I wanted to offer some perspective. I wanted to offer this video and things that kind of take the pressure off and allow you to see that the power truly is in your hands. For myself, witchcraft was something I really went back and forth on for a long time in my journey. It was always in the back of my mind, but in kind of every regards of my life, I never really liked a strict label. And I think that's why I was kind of avoidant of embracing myself as a witch for a long time, is because I felt like there was so much that comes with that label. I didn't really embrace myself in witchcraft until I started to see it in a lens that was really fluid and actually aligned with me. So you may end up falling into a place with more structure. Say maybe you take a more pagan route, or you follow a specific practice within witchcraft, strictly kitchen witchery. But for me, I've always been the eclectic type. I pull from many areas. I mean, you can, it's funny, you can even see behind me, like I have a big painting of Buddha, and that's not a practice that I follow. I don't follow Buddhism, but I work with different areas of different things and I pull what resonates for me and I allow that to shape my practice. Once I took the pressure off of trying to find my own specific place, as if there had to be an answer, things naturally blossomed for me to where I could accept myself for who I truly was. Embracing myself as a witch, embracing myself in witchcraft felt like me because I wasn't putting so much stress and pressure on myself. So that would be my first piece of advice, is if you're just beginning this journey, take the pressure off. You don't have to label yourself immediately. And if you're like me, you don't really have to label yourself as specifically anything. You can just learn about yourself as you go and be adaptable to the ways that you might change and the new things that you might learn that will shift you in another direction. So even with the things I recommend in this video, take what resonates and leave the rest. Segueing from that, if you are interested in the aspect of witchcraft that revolves around spell work and alchemizing energy, I'm a big believer in anything you do with intention will work out for you. I don't think every spell you have to do is from a set law, a set rule, or a set way of doing it, and that being the only way to get to the outcome you want. For example, on my altar behind me, I have a jar of a protection spell work I did on myself. It was completely made up from my own will. In my grimoire, in my book where I keep all my information, I have all the herbs that I have, all of the candles I have, all the crystals I have, listing out what their properties are. And then as I'm working with a specific intention, I'll pull what resonates for me, put it together, come up with my own enchantment, my own mantra to say, write it on a piece of paper, put it in this jar, allow myself to visualize, allow myself to truly feel what I'm doing and the intention that I want to set, and that's enough. Spell work, alchemizing, manifestation, it truly comes from yourself. In my perspective and in my belief, what I think can take a lot of the pressure off, that you don't have to go about a specific way of trying to set a spell. Walking the path of the witch, I talked about in a previous video, is about a woman being empowered, a woman being sovereign, and a woman being spiritually gifted. Now, I'm saying women because I work with women directly, and my videos are most likely viewed by women who are interested in witchcraft. Witches can be anybody. But for the women who do watch my videos and are here watching this, I want you to know that the power is within you. When you're new to witchcraft, there's kind of this natural anxiety that can come up in some of us, of feeling like, whoa, I don't know what I'm tapping into, if you've had no background of this. For example, I grew up in a household of atheists, so anything of this sort was not talked about. When I first started working in my spiritual journey, I really felt overwhelmed because I had no idea what I was doing, what I was tapping into. And over time, progressing in my journey, I slowly learned that I was just working with myself, that the power's in me. It's all me. Everything's a reflection of me. So everything will be a reflection of you. If you're feeling burnt out, if you feel like something didn't work, if you're feeling disempowered in a certain area of witchcraft, maybe that's a call to rest. to go into introspection and to check in with yourself. Now, something you'll commonly hear people say in any spiritual practice and in witchcraft as well is to keep your eyes on your own paper, to follow a path and make sure that you're walking exactly in the direction that you want to go. And I think that is very important, but I do also want to say it can be really beneficial and helpful to follow people online or to seek out some sort of blueprint that can help you at the beginning. It's okay to find someone who you admire their practice, you admire the way they go about things, and kind of seeing them as a guide for a little bit while you find your own footing. I'm not saying to copy or mimic or try to be like someone else, but having a source of inspiration is wonderful and it can help in those moments where you feel lost. Kind of segueing a little bit, but one of my hobbies that I love and a service that I offer for others is sound healing. I have a full 7-bowl chakra set of singing bowls, and I would have never walked down that path if there wasn't this other individual that I used to follow. It was on an old account of mine, so I unfortunately don't remember their name or account, but she did sound bath meditations and I never heard of that before. And seeing the serenity, seeing how she had blossomed from learning that practice really inspired me, and I resonated with it. And I got my own bowls when it was my time and found my own path within sound healing. So using that as an example, you can have a source of inspiration, see something pop up in somebody else and be like, something about that resonates with me. And then you can take it on for yourself and shape it into your own being in your own way, in an energy or in an expression that's authentic to you. It is okay to have inspiration. It can be super helpful. To keep this video short and sweet, I'll leave you here. There are a lot of heavy assumptions and kind of toxic perceptions that come along with witchcraft. You may have people in your family, friend groups, or even strangers online that have something negative to say about it. It can be a little bit intimidating to come out of the witch's closet, but just know that in your own timing, you'll feel confident to do so. You don't have to rush it. It's okay to feel those feelings of discomfort, but in due time, you'll find your way there. Embrace who you truly are, because I can say with a heart full of confidence that embracing myself as a witch, embracing this path, blossomed and put puzzle pieces into places that I didn't even know needed to come together. It's not your job to teach other people that witchcraft is not something evil, that being a witch is actually something empowering, but what you can do is just live your truth and not take on other people's perceptions. And just know that the right people will see you, and that embracing who you truly are is a beautiful thing. Overall, my best advice would be to trust your inner power, to not feel like you have to label yourself, to allow yourself to find inspiration and to dabble in things to find your place, and to honor who you are every step of the way. Start there and you'll have a beautiful foundation to build upon. I have an online women's circle where we gather the third Sunday of every month to do sacred practices, self-care, to do spell work. And if you are feeling the call to find community and support at this time, I invite you to check out the Scarlet Rose Women's Circle. I'll put all the information in the caption down below, and you can also go to the link in my bio and click the Women's Circle tab. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more, and I'll see you back here soon.